Hello my dear students, welcome back to Learn Physics. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the kinematics portion. Last class I told you about an introductory portion of this kinematics and I had given you a question as homework. Hope all of you would have got it. A particle is moving in a circle of radius 4 centimeter. So radius is given as 4 centimeter. It's moving with a constant speed of 1 centimeter per second. We should find out the time period of the particle, and second one, average speed, then average velocity, then average acceleration. In a time interval t equals 0 to t equals t by 4. Okay, in an interval t equals 0 to t equals t by 4. So first we need to find out the time. We have a constant speed of 1 centimeter per second and r equals 4 centimeter. A circular path. So how we can find out the time? Speed equals distance traveled divided by time. Distance traveled divided by time. Right? So how can we find out the distance traveled for an object which is moving under in a circular path from t equals 0 to t by 4. So it is moving like this. So till t by 4. See, one period means it is coming under one full circular motion as one period. So here 0 to t by 4. Till here it is moving. So speed equals distance traveled. How we can find out the distance traveled? 2 pi r divided by 4. 2 pi r divided by 4. Time is time we need to find out. So speed we can give. Speed is 1 centimeter per second. 2 into 3.14 into 4 divided by 4, that is 6.28 seconds. So suppose if the question comes like here time period is asked. If it is time period, what should we do? We no need to find out the 2 pi r divided by 4. You can directly substitute it as time period will be equal to the total time required. How we can find out? 2 pi r divided by t. That is 2 pi r divided by speed. That is 1 centimeter per second. 2 into 3.14 into r is 4. So here you will get it as 3.14 into 8. 25.12 seconds you will be getting. Okay, this is how you will find out the time period. So time required for moving from this 0 to t by 4 you can calculate in such a way. Next is average speed. How can we find out the average speed? Here we know that average speed equals total distance traveled divided by total time. In time interval 0 to t by 4 only it is asked. So total distance traveled divided by total time. What will be the total distance traveled? Total time. So since it is, but here we know that here it is moving with a constant speed of 1 centimeter per second. So average speed will be equal to the constant speed which is given, because speed is not changing. Speed is remaining constant. So average speed will be equal to the constant speed. Is equal to the constant speed which is 1 centimeter per second only. Average speed will be, if the object is moving under constant speed, average speed will be equal to that constant speed. Next is average velocity. Average velocity means total distance traveled divided by total displacement divided by total time. Okay, this one here I am explaining everything in detail, so it may take time. When you are doing so many numericals relating to that, it will be easy for you. Okay, so average velocity, total distance traveled, so total displacement divided by total time. So what is the displacement in when it is moving from 0 to t by 4? Shortest distance, this will be the displacement, right? Here it is r, this is radius r, so here using Pythagoras theorem it will be root 2 r. So displacement will be root 2 r divided by, what will be the total time? T by 4. Capital T divided by 4. So the total period we already got it as 25.12, right? So here root 2 into 4 divided by 25.12 into 4 divided by 4. So you can calculate the formula. Using this formula you can find out the average velocity. Then average acceleration. How will we find out the average acceleration? Average acceleration formula is change in velocity divided by time. Delta V divided by delta T. Last class we learned, right? Average acceleration, change in velocity divided by time. How will we find out the change in velocity? At the point O, what will be the velocity? Velocity will be acting along the tangent. Here T by 4, it will be acting along the tangent. Change in velocity means V1 minus V2. See, vector V1 minus V2 divided by delta T. V1 minus V2, what will be the magnitude of delta V by delta V? Root of V1 square plus V2 square minus 2V1 V2 cos theta, because it is, what is that? It is moving in a, and we are taking the subtraction. We are subtracting these two vectors, therefore minus 2V1 V2 cos theta divided by delta T. So here velocity is constant, V square plus V square minus 2V square. What is cos of angle between V1 and V2? This is 90 degree. Therefore cos 90. Cos 90 is 0. Therefore 2V square divided by delta T. What is the time interval? Capital T divided by 4. You can substitute and find out the answer. The final answer you will be getting this as, here for average velocity you can find out 0.9 meter per second. You will get 0.9 meter per second, and here you will be getting it as 0.23 centimeter per second. 0.23 centimeter per second square. So next we are going to do some numericals relating to the uniform motion which we learned yesterday. Okay, uniform motion means it will be moving with a constant velocity. It is moving with a constant velocity. So here in about uniform motion, which and all points we learned about the uniform motion. Here in the case of uniform motion, it is moving with constant speed, or we can say it is constant velocity. It is moving with a constant speed, constant velocity, then acceleration will be equal to 0. Distance, how we can find out? Distance will be equal to velocity into time. Displacement will be equal to that also velocity into time only. But here see, velocity can be either positive or negative or 0, but here in the case of speed into time, when we are considering, distance will always be a positive quantity only, but here positive, negative or 0 it can be. Next we learned about an object is moving from one point to another point, right? Here from A to B, and first half it is moving with a time t1 with velocity v1, and second half it is moving with velocity v2 in a time interval t2, then the average velocity will be equal to 2v1 v2 divided by v1 plus v2. This is one formula. And here next it is moving from A to B. In first half of the time it is moving with the d1, the speed is v1, the d2 distance it is moving with the with the velocity v2, then average velocity will be equal to v1 plus v2 divided by 2. Okay dears, so these are the concepts which you need to learn. That is, in uniform motion it is moving with constant speed and constant velocity. Acceleration will be equal to 0 and distance is equal to speed into time. Displacement equals velocity into time. Displacement can be positive, negative or 0, and these average velocities formulas also you should by heart. Okay, clear? So next, in some questions, numericals, a particle moves in straight line with constant speed of 4 meter per second in 2 seconds, then with 6 meter per second in 3 seconds. Find the average speed of the particle in the given interval of time. So a particle is moving in a straight line with a constant speed. Okay, so first 4 meter per second in 2 seconds, for 2 seconds and 6 meter per second for 3 seconds. Find the average speed of the particle. We need to find out the average speed. Average speed equals total distance traveled divided by total time. Right? What will be the distance traveled here? Equals total distance traveled divided by total time. So how can we find out the total distance traveled? Total distance traveled, here it is V1 is the speed, and in T1 time, V2 is the speed in T2 time, then V1 T1 plus V2 T2 divided by T1 plus T2. So what is here? 4 into 2, 8. 6 3s are 18 divided by 5. So you will get the answer as 26 divided by 5 meter per second. Okay, this will be the average speed. This is how we will find out. Then next is, a particle travels half of the time with constant speed 2 meter per second. In remaining half of the time, it travels 1/4 of the distance with constant speed 4 meter per second and 3/4 of the distance with the 6 meter per second. Find the average speed during the complete journey. So here it is moving from A to B, and in first half I am dividing it into 2 parts. Okay, first half of the time, that is T time interval, from C to B it is taking T time interval. In first half, it is moving with a velocity of 2 meter per second. Okay, 2 meter per second. And in the next half of the time, it is 1/4 of the distances with moving with a constant 1/4 of the distance. 1/4 distance is moving with a constant speed of 4 meter per second. So if it is taking D time interval over here, then D by 4 distance it is traveling with a speed of 4 meter per second, and next 3D by 4 distance it is traveling with a distance of with a velocity of 6 meter per second. So first we are considering from C to B. There distance is given, D by 4 of distance, it is moving with a 4 meter per second. So what is the time required at that time? Total time required from C to B. That one we can consider it as total time will be equal to distance traveled divided by velocity, D by 4 by 4 plus here 3D by 4 divided by 6. So here D by 16 plus 3D divided by 24. Okay, clear? So here we can, while calculating this, we will get it as here 16 into 24, 24D plus 48D. Therefore, 72 divided by 16 into 24D. Okay, 3 we will get it as 3D divided by 60. This will be the total time from this to this. So total time is 3D by 16. So from this average speed, we need to find out the average speed. Average speed equals total distance traveled divided by total time. In the first half of the time, what is the total distance traveled? it will be equal to, speed is given, time is given. So the distance traveled will be equal to 2 into t. And next half of the time, what is the total distance traveled? That will be equal to d plus d divided by, what is the total time over here? 3d divided by 16. So here we can't cancel this d over here. Now I am considering this value. T equals 3d divided by 16. So I can write down d in terms of t here, right? D will be equal to 3 by 16t divided by 3. So I can rearrange this as average speed equals total distance traveled 2t plus 16t divided by 3, and this total time also I can write it as this is t and this is t, therefore 2t. Now everything we will be getting in terms of t, right? So here while calculating 60 plus 16t divided by 60, here t will get cancelled, together 26 divided by 6 or 13 divided by 3 meter per second. Okay, clear? So average distance equals, here the question which you need to consider is 1/4 of the distance, it is 4 meter per second, 3/4 of the distance, it is 6 meter per second. That one you should be thorough. Okay, clear children? So this is about some questions related to the average speed. Next we are going to consider about the uniform acceleration. In the case of uniform acceleration, we know we have three main formulas. Which are they? V is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut plus half at square, v square minus u square equals 2as. And in the case of free fall, if the object is under free fall, we know that instead of a we can use g value. In the case of g, when it is moving in the upward direction, we will take it as negative. Downward direction, we will take it as positive. So g will be positive if it is moving downwards. G will be negative if it is moving upward direction. And in the case of free fall, initial velocity will be equal to 0. Final velocity will be maximum. If the object is moving in the upward direction, while we are throwing an object upwards, initial velocity will be there and final velocity will be equal to 0. Okay, so these concepts which you need to understand thoroughly, and in next class we will be doing some numericals relating to that also. Okay, clear children? So I hope today's video is useful for you, and if you like the channel, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Thank you for watching. Bye.